Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel. My name is Rate Wrestle and we're back for another indie spotlight, and we're back with a new company that we're going to watch in Leicester, Hinckley, Wrestling In Hinckley, and we're joined by Dominita. How are you doing?
Hello, yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well. The Christmas spirit and everything, it seems.
With your Christmas hat on, you're looking good.
Yeah, something I probably should have mentioned prior to this, which this isn't like suddenly throwing something in the works recording wise. I don't remember if you refereed one of your matches years ago.
Which one?
Yeah, Kamikaze. You versus what's that? What, Harley Faith? Harley Faith, I think she went by at that point.
Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
you're going back some time now, aren't you?
Yeah. It just suddenly clicked in my mind. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah. That was like 2018, 17.
Was that when it was?
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah. No. Oh God, I don't even remember that match.
I remember, obviously, the only thing I vividly remember is I was new to reffing. James threw me in the deep end. What happened was you were choking out Harley on the ropes. I was counting the 1 to 5, and you still didn't decide to remove yourself from the ropes. And I was like, I ain't disqualifying this person.
I make my own rules.
Yeah, and that was pretty much my my introduction to you.
Sounds about right.
It was 2018, yeah. So because they're on Kamikaze Pro Live 40 this Friday coming, the way before this. That was Kamikaze Pro Live 10. But there you go. It just randomly came to mind. I thought I should bring it up. But we aren't here for Kamikaze. We are here for Hinckley Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
So Wrestling Hinckley, I'm completely new to it, so I only know via what I can see. So you will have to give me as much information as you can dare.
I will do the best.
So tickets are still on sale, which I'll be putting a link in the description. They are selling very well, according to a man that I can't speak about, which you already know via this. You are able to speak about him because I feel like you'd scare him, whereas I don't. So we're going to kick off with the first match I've got here is Alex Connors, who is a regular on this channel for Kamikaze Pro, versus Sweet Justice, which is Sweet Stee and the Judge. First time I've seen the Judge, which is surprising. Yeah.
I think me and the Judge have got quite similar styles, actually. We've got quite a lot of the same moves. And he's one of the ones that I had to go up against with my championship.
Yeah.
So, be fair, that could be quite a challenging match. But Alex Connors, the wrestler he's becoming in the last couple of years, to see the growth in that guy has just been insane. So I think they might have a challenge on their hands, to be honest, because he's quite a British wrestler, quite old school, got some sneaky moves there. But I think the Judge can be quite sneaky. He uses some dirty tactics quite often, and to have Sweet Stee as well. We'll see how that goes. I'm not quite sure who's going to win that one, how that's going to go, but I think that'll be quite an interesting match to see if you're interested in different types of wrestling as well, with the big guys and the British wrestling. I think that'd be quite interesting to see. But my back's on Alex Connors on that. I think that'd be quite fun.
Yeah, so from what I can see, Sweet Justice beat Jay Matthews and Shearer at the last time they they're on a one, and that Connors lost to Kieran Young, which we'll discuss, which I'm guessing you all wanted to in a briefcase match, which obviously have implications on your life. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Alex Connors. I only got used to him in the last year or so I didn't see I've only seen him actually how good he is now from where he was. But he's probably a mainstay.
He's making a name for himself now. He's getting those places. He's getting recognised more, and he's getting some good matches.
Yeah, he's a very, very good wrestler. Like in Kamikaze wise, because obviously that's where I get him from the most. He's the one they throw the new people against because he's the most sound wrestler there, I'd say.
Yeah. 100%. He's got some things to teach people. Again, back in the old British style, there's a lot of that you don't see anymore. So he's got some good secrets up his sleeve for that.
Okay, and how long has Sweet Justice been around? Is that like have they been around for a while, Hinckley wise?
I'm not too sure how long they've been a thing. Sweet Stee's not always around. He had a break for quite a while, so I think he's only recently just come back. And I think that's why Judge has probably stolen him there, to be honest. He's snuck that in while he could.
Okay. As I said, I'm new to this, but I would, if I had to go for a win, I'd probably go Alex Connors just because he'd kill me if I didn't say him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's I'm a big fan of Alex, so I'd love to see him win in a handicap match of all things.
For sure.
Definitely. Next up, we've got a match which it's quite a big match. You got Team Hinckley, which is Tyler Owens, Shiro, Samuel Best, and Jay Matthews. Versus, it should have been Lucia Lee, but she's had to pull out, unfortunately. Kelly Six, Bevan, and Adam Carter. I don't think it's been announced who's going to be the fourth person of Team No Mercy yet. I only know a few of these from like opinion. Another person on this podcast has went to see No Mercy Wrestling, so he's got a bit more opinion based on them. But the Team Hinckley looks very strong. Tyler Owens is great. Shiro is making a name for himself as well. And I'm not familiar with Samuel Best.
Yeah, I've had a few run-ins with him. Yeah, he's smashing it at the minute. You know, he's becoming one of the fan favourites for Wrestling in Hinckley. So I think that Wrestling in Hinckley have got quite a good team there. Tyler Owens is just an insane wrestler. The things that guy can do is just crazy. Fair play to him. I wouldn't be doing half those crazy moves. But Kelly Six, he's been around for quite a long time. He's a very good wrestler. So that, I think that would be quite an interesting match. Definitely with Tyler Owens, Cone Six in the same thing. I think that could go a bit crazy very quickly. But again, I'm behind Team Wrestling in Hinckley. We're going to smash that. We know that.
Yeah, I'd assume you would have been. Yeah, the only one No Mercy wasn't familiar with, obviously Lucia Lee was not going to be there, but Bevan, I've seen a few times in the Midlands, so like BCCW and stuff like that, and he is very very sound. So he's the only one I can really back within their team, so I'm definitely going to go with Team Hinckley.
We're not going to back anyone in that team. We're definitely Team Wrestling in Hinckley. Shiro's smashing it at the minute. You know, he's really doing well. He's starting to make a name and learn all those skills. So I think Team Wrestling in Hinckley have definitely got that one as well.
Okay, and I can't remember which. I'm just going to quickly look up. Is it a straight, just first winner picks up the win? Have a quick check.
Your question is as good as it can be. I'm not quite sure on that. I presume it would be first pin.
Yeah, I'm just stalling for that information by every image in the world that I'm going through at the moment. From what I can see, it looks like it is going to be that, which I'll quickly check that out. Move on. Actually, here we go. Interpromotional 8-man tag match. Yeah, it is just an 8-man tag match.
Yeah.
But it looks like it could end up in absolute shenanigans.
It's going to end up all over the place, isn't it? Let's be honest, with the 8 of them out there, who knows where they're going to end up.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll go with Wrestling in Hinckley just because they've been nice enough to have me on, so I can't really go. I'm going to go with the other two.
You need to watch it.
And then up next, we've got a match which I was looking forward to, and I'm still looking forward to, even though that's to replace someone. So it was originally going to be the man himself, Redacted. You are able to say his name if you like, versus Millie McKenzie, but Millie's had to pull out, unfortunately. But they've replaced her with probably one of the most up-and-coming people in the UK so far. Someone that I'm very familiar with due to Kamikaze, which is Chantal Jordan.
See, I'm extremely disappointed. Millie won't be there. Again, we teamed up recently to take on some of the boys. Gutted for her that she's not going to be there because I don't think TJ was quite ready for that. The unknown, you know, the one. I don't think he's quite ready for that. But Chantal Jordan, she's more than a suitable replacement. Those kicks, I don't think Mr. Sky is going to be ready for those kicks that he's definitely going to be receiving at some point in that match. They're hard. They knock you. Do you know what? I think TJ's got more of a battle than he's expecting with Chantal.
Yeah, definitely. And he probably won't like me to remind this. I saw him lose to Chantal at BCCW this year, so he's already but yeah, so the major sad thing about the McKenzie thing is there was a story behind that, which I think Kieran Young told me that TJ Sky was I've said his name now. Was Millie McKenzie's first ever match. So it was supposed to be kind of a run back of Testa out ever since.
Yeah, but let's be honest. What was going to happen after that? The success that Millie has had, she would run rings around TJ. He thinks that they're going to go back to reminiscing. No, they wouldn't be.
I'm glad that it's just I'm glad everyone goes against him, it seems. But from what I can see, Redacted lost in a scramble match at Fear for Falling, which Kieran Young won, adding to your misery once again.
Why do we keep mentioning that guy's name?
And Chantal's returning, unless I've missed it, the last time she was at Hinckley was 2019, where she teamed with yourself.
It was
versus Health and Safety, which was Alex Connors, who we've brought up at the moment, and Carl Langley.
It was. What an interesting match that was. That was her last time there. So that'd be good to see her back and see her in action with TJ. But again, I don't think TJ knows what's coming his way. If he's already lost to her recently, let's be honest.
Do you think he's got much of a chance at all then? Because it doesn't sound like.
No. I'm a girl's girl. I'm backing Chantal the whole entire way. I've wrestled Chantal many times. I've lost to Chantal many times. There's no chance. No chance, TJ. Not a chance. Yeah. I bow down to that man. He's an amazing wrestler as well. To be fair, I've never actually wrestled TJ myself, so I wouldn't know what quite a battle she's got. But I'm backing Chantal.
Yeah.
Backing.
Like Sky he's an incredible wrestler, but Chantal is just a different beast of a person. Like the one person you replace Millie McKenzie with is Chantal. It's not like really a downgrade, is it? It's like, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Millie probably suggested it.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's going to be a very, very good match. But yeah, I'm definitely going with Chantal for that because...
Yeah, I agree. I think you're going to see some good power moves in there with some good high flying, but I still think Chantal's going to get those kicks in. Yeah. And she's going to win it, yeah.
Next up after that, we've got a match which sounds fantastic, which is CJ Rollins versus an Adrenaline champion, Joey Scott. It's weird, Joey Scott's been around for years, and I've only really got to see him wrestle this year, which is mental. And Joey last out, he beat Big Van Veska to retain the Adrenaline title, and CJ won a scramble match, which I think was a #1 contenders match to get this title. Which he beat a few of the people that are going to be in the Rumble. We've got Fordy, Hassan, Jay Cee, Temple, Best, Owens, and Anderson. But CJ Rollins is incredible.
To be fair, I've known CJ and Joey for a very long time now, and they're probably two of the most underrated wrestlers that I know. They're both credibly insane in all different types of styles. They can wrestle anyone, and you know, it's just insane. Those two guys aren't further in this business than they are. They're just both insane wrestlers. This is going to be one of the interesting matches of the night, in my opinion. I think this is definitely one of the ones to watch that could possibly be spoke about for quite a while. And I'm not even sure everyone knows that me and Joey Scott, we've teamed a few times. We're quite close, but I'm still not sure who's going to come out on top of that, to be frank. Quite worried about it. Worried about that.
The only thing I can, because as I said, I'm a massive fan of CJ Rollins, but like when you look at a new promotion, it's new to me. You'd always go with that champ's advantage of having Joey Scott as the champion. But CJ, like since I've known him wrestling wise, he's like a multi-threat kind of guy. He's got the power, but he's also got the athleticism. He's massive. He can kick people. Joey Scott
is a wrestler. Yeah, he really is.
And Joey Scott's very technically sound, from what I remember. It's going to be a very good match.
It is. Honestly, I really don't know who's going to win that one, and I'm not going to back either of them. That's all down to you. You can take the heat on that. I don't know who's going to win that, and that would be a really interesting match to watch, and I'm quite looking forward to being able to hopefully still be alive at that point to watch that myself.
If I had to go with him, just because I love a title change, I'm going to go with CJ Rollins, and he's just he's on a roll at the moment. Like everywhere else, he's on a massive roll.
If I go against Joey Scott, it's just going to come hell against me. We've tag teamed quite a few times for Wrestling in Hinckley, so I'm going to have to stick with Mr. Joey Scott. But good luck to CJ. let's see what happens on that.
Either way, it's not going to be bad whoever wins. It's just one of the matches you look and go, that's going to be a very good match.
It is. I'm excited for them. This is going to be fun for both of them. So let's see.
Yeah. And then we'll move on to a match which it's going to be Jason Joshua versus Dominita versus, unfortunately for you, the new champion Kieran Young. I don't know if you want to explain how that's come about.
Oh, do you know what? I've had enough of talking about that man. Like, he's everywhere I seem to go. The social posts he keeps doing is driving me blimmin' insane. Yeah, so he won the briefcase. And then I've been wrestling the men because they just seem to come after me all the bloody time. I know. And then, you know, me and Jason were halfway through fighting, and he decided to get his little goons out to ambush us, basically. Let's not beat around the bloody bush. You know, it was a full-on attack. I don't know how he got away with cashing in, but he has. So, yeah, he cashed in, smashed me over the head. I don't know if you've seen any of the pictures of the lump, and then...
He's told me about it. We had him on the channel for an interview. He's told me about it. He was very happy about it, I'll be honest.
I'm sure he was. Well, you know, had this black eye for the next 2 weeks. Honestly, it was huge. The next, I'll have to send you the pictures. They're just the black eye was just insane. He full on attacked me, and he took it after 400 plus days of being champion, and that's how I lost it. Like, I just think it's so unfair that's how it took it. You know, he couldn't have been man enough to just take me on one-on-one. He had to get his goons out. So, but again, it's me and Jason. So, you know, all respect to Jason. He was probably one of my biggest challenges so far. Well, completely while I was champion. And that was one of the most scared matches I had, where I thought I would have lost it to, you know, there was a chance that it was 50-50 and I wasn't so confident on keeping it. And I've got full respect for him. But, you know, at the end of the match last time, I tried to shake Jason's hand and he refused it and left. So how is this going to go? It's possibly going to be turning to them against me quite quickly. So I've got to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Jason Joshua is someone I've only just come across this year as well. Been watching wrestling for a year, but it seems like most people I've only seen this year, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But Jason is very, very good wrestling wise. He's an entertainer as well.
For sure.
He's
different. It's different.
Yeah, he knows how. That's fair. Like, we brought up prior to this that you were worried about swearing, but I'm going to swear now. The first time it was in Kumite, where he called someone within the first 5 seconds of me seeing him and calling, "Shut up, you fucking prick!" just to a fan in the crowd, in the audience.
Yeah. He doesn't care, and you know what? I admire that.
Yeah,
I admire that. The fans that we've got at Wrestling in Hinckley are just insane. So, you know, there would be no swearing there. But yeah, they're just insane. So, you know, he's got them, and he knows that. So I'm hoping that they just stay with me.
Yeah. And obviously, it's nice of Hinckley to get straight back into a title opportunity, but it probably would have been nicer to have it as a singles match rather than having an extra person of Jason in there.
It was me that asked for that.
Ah, okay. Because he deserved it as well, technically, yeah.
You know, like, that was the thing before, you know, I tried to shake his hand. It was me that decided what match it was going to be, and he was just as ambushed as I was. You know, he got a kick in as well. They attacked him just as much as they attacked me. And we both had every right to be fighting for that belt. And, you know, Kieran came in and fucked it all up, didn't he? So, done it. See, it's Kieran that made me swear. It's Kieran. I hate that man. I can't stand him. So I'm just hoping, you know, it is a fair fight, but I think it's going to go south for me very quick. So I'm going to have to think of some things that I can battle back with on that.
Yeah, you definitely, because especially with a triple threat, there's no rules, is there? So he could just happily get his goons involved whenever he wants, yeah.
As long as I don't have no briefcase involved, as long as I don't have a confetti cannon involved, I think there's a chance that I could come out on top still and, you know, come back as champ, which, let's be honest, me and the fans want that. So I'm going to try my best and see what happens. Just as long as Kieran gets out.
So I'm assuming you're going to go for yourself to win this.
Of course I am. Of course, confidence. Don't get me wrong. I'm absolutely dreading this match. It's one of the scariest matches I've had in a very long time. But yeah, of course, I'm going to come back, champ. I'm backing myself. You know, again, I think Jason's got a high chance, but Kieran, unless he's get his goons involved, he's not got a hell chance against either of us, which is the whole point. He used him in the first place.
No, that's fair enough. And due to interview bias, I'm going to say yourself as well.
Good, because we could have got off on the wrong foot very quickly there.
Interview bias is a thing. We're going to move on to, well, the show's called the Christmas Rumble Super Show. So there is a Rumble. With Hinckley, is it a 30-man Rumble normally? I just know it as a Rumble.
I don't even remember how many people are normally in it, but to have 30 in it is, oh God, we normally have quite a lot of us. I don't know if it's ever been 30, but Jesus, it's going to be absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Imagine 30 of us.
People that have been announced so far for it, you got 40, Chantal Jordan has been announced to go into it, Adam Carter, Bevan, MJ Grayson and Veska, Mia Cortez, Jay Cee, Kai Daniels, Jason Payne, Hassan Ali, Luke Basham, Bad Influence, and just announced today, which I'm really really looking forward to. I randomly swore there. Nate Riley. Are you familiar with a lot of these people?
Well, a few of them, yeah. I try and keep up to date with everyone in Wrestling Hinckley, but there's some new names coming in, and do you know what? There's some new rising stars in there as well. So I think this could be quite interesting for them as well. Nate Riley, I think he's fantastic. I think he's a good guy, and he's becoming quite a good wrestler. So I think he's got a chance to make it quite far. Obviously not win, because again, who knows? I just think that he could do well in this, and I'm gonna give him an extra push on that. I think Nate could do well.
Yeah, Nate Riley is one of those people. It makes no sense how good he is, because he's only started wrestling, like, well, obviously he's been training for a few years, but like he's only debuted this year, I believe, or at the end of last year, and he's already everywhere. Yeah,
he's smashing it, and fair play to him. But again, quite a few of those names that you mentioned, they're all smashing it, and I think that's going to be quite a challenge for quite a few of them.
Yeah, and there's a few people in there, like you got Bad Influence, obviously a tag team, they will do well to look after each other. You've got the BDK, Veska and Grayson, who the last few Rumbles I've seen them in, they stand outside of the Rumble for most of the Rumble until they're both in.
Yeah, I had them in a tag match that, they look like these hard men, but really they just like to wimp out and watch everyone else, and then they sneak back in when it suits them. And fair play to them, they've got tactics and it works for them. When there's two of them, let's see. But if there's other tag teams in there, who knows what's going to go down there? Are they going to take each other out?
Yeah, they're very much the numbers game kind of team, especially when you look at them. They're two massive guys. You'd expect, one of them kick in the ring, but no, they... I remember MJ Grayson just stood outside for 5 minutes waiting for his next until Wesker came out, which you wouldn't expect from him, but fair enough. Bevan was...
It's tactics. It works. Two's better than one, isn't it?
And Bevan was a part of BDK originally, so that might come up at some point.
That could be interesting. Yeah, that could be interesting.
And then you got a few of the younger guys. You got Hassan Ali, who's trying to make a break for himself around the UK now. He's kind of pushing outside of the Midlands, which it took him a while to kind of decide, I'm going to move out. Jay Cee as well, who was about 9 foot tall. And you've got people like experience, like Luke Basham in there as well.
Yeah.
And the one I'm really looking forward to, which I've not got to see, but I've heard massive things about, is Mia Cortez.
Oh, really?
Every time I go and see her wrestle, she suddenly can't be at that show. I don't know if it's me.
Yeah, she's hiding from you, man.
Yeah, it's like Wolfering a few times. She's been announced, and I got there, and then it's like, I can't be there. Wow.
Not there. No, Mia Cortez is insane. Again, wrestled me out quite a few times. I think she's going to do quite well in that. Again, girl power. I'm sticking with the girls. Yeah, she's got some moves, But again, she's quite an all-round wrestler, She could do the old school British. She can do some high flying, and she's a hard hitter. So Trust me, she's a hard hitter. So I think she's going to run some rings around those men.
Yeah, I've seen a few matches of her like online and so forth like that, and she's kind of the same vein as Chantal Jordan, just like you don't expect her to be able to kick your head off. From the people that announced in the match, it's hard to pick a favourite, is it really?
Girls are going to stick together.
Yeah. I'm going to go for I don't know, Jay Cee, because he's 9 foot tall. That's what I'm going to go with.
Out of who we've got. Do you know what? I think Hassan. I'm going with Hassan. He's a hard. Again, I've wrestled Hassan. I know how hard he can hit, and his cheeky tactics. And I think he could do well in that. I think the tag teams are going to get rid of each other. I think they're going to try and be the best out of that. So I think they're going to screw themselves over. I'm going to go with Hassan. I'm going to go for someone that no one's expecting. Come on, Hassan.
To be fair, it's all dependent on Hassan as well, because if he bribes everyone with Prime in the ring, then it depends on how Prime's expensive nowadays. It might be worth jumping over the rope. But yeah, so that's the full card for Hinckley. So everyone comment down below who you think is going to win. Anyone that goes against Dominita is probably not the best to comment down below.
Let's not. Let's support me. Like, I'm against the two boys. I'm going to be absolutely come out black and blue. Stick with me.
Yeah. So yeah, tickets are on sale still. This is hopefully going to be out literally 40 minutes from now. That's how quick I'm going to work on this.
Smash it.
We're going to have all the Wrestling In Hinckley socials down below. We've had your Instagram up under your name. I don't know if any of your other socials have a different name. Because we've got you as Dominita Wrestler 1 for Instagram.
I know, yeah. I don't really have many socials, to be honest.
There we go then. Follow her on Instagram. And as usual, as usual, like and subscribe to the channel. We are hopefully doing a review of this as well at some point with someone. And all that good stuff for the Christmassy cheer. But it sounded really happy, that, didn't it?
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so that's it from myself. Thank you for coming on.
No worries, thank you.
And goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah.